Welcome to the somewhat daily Chino Home Show. Today, a few new properties, 4 new properties on the market. Let's look at them in no particular order. First one is a condo, and location-wise, it is right south of Riverside Drive, big block into Central. If you're familiar with that location, I think there's some fast food places right near there. The schools are not great, and schools are always important. Obviously, you don't want to send your kids to schools that have super low scores. Ideally, you want a school that's a 8, 9, or 10. So these are pretty low scoring schools. But this is a less expensive property. I think the least expensive property in Chino the other day was $299, and so this one's $345. So it's near the bottom of the market there. So small condo. They have several pictures. It's attached, sharing one wall, which is obviously better than sharing several walls. It's got its own garage entrance. A lot of pictures. You can see that a lot of the spots need upgrading. There's nobody's in the home, so it's easy to see. It is in move-in condition, unless you're someone that wants to do upgrades. Which, some people would come in and remove these countertops. And these cabinets are fairly old. These bananas are probably old now. So several pictures. Let's skip ahead to the rooms, which are basic rooms. Backyard, you have a little patio area, which is nice. Fence looks like it's not very new, but it's been maintained. Older AC unit. Not sure what that is. Maybe you take a nap there. What else do we have? Okay, everything else looks pretty clean in the pictures. Obviously, when you show up, it's usually a different story. This indicates they had kids or an animal. Looks like we found the kid, possibly an animal too. Okay, so you get the gist of this one. Again, you can see very old fixtures. Okay, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,200 square feet, and built in 1984, so it's got some years on it. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. This one is a night and day situation. All these have been listed in the last day or two, which is why we call it the Chino Daily, somewhat daily home show. So this one's more expensive, $689. This is in College Park, if I'm not mistaken. Great area, 4 bedroom, 3.5 bath, 3,000 square feet, giant home. Just to get an idea, very clean, really night and day from the last property. Nice kitchen area, flooring looks good. Obviously this one's in move-in condition, everything's modern and nice. Okay, let's go down. Maybe we want to check out the yard real quick. Little slab, so very small yard, easy to maintain if you're that kind of person, which I am. The HOA is 180. The last condo we looked at, I think it was 150, but it's in that range. So HOA is not giant, which is good. And you get some nice amenities, park, pools, that sort of thing. Let's take a look at the schools real quick, because again, that's vital. Here, and this is where things are interesting in Chino, is that a lot of these newer construction areas have dropped in these nice new schools, and you have this more affluent type of individual buying these homes. So they have these great K-6 schools, but then the scoring drops way off when you get to the middle school and the high school. And there are a few areas that feed into Chino Hills High School, which is definitely night and day from Chino High School. So if schools are important to you, that's something to think about. They make the claim that they're going to continue to add high schools, so maybe by the time your kids are older, if you had some babies in the house, that might work, but it's a bit of a gamble. And most of these College Park and places like the Preserve, they're going to have a higher tax rate, so that's something to think about also. But the Preserve, unlike College Park, mostly feeds into Chino Hills High School, so the taxes may be worth paying if you're priced out of Chino Hills. Okay, this is a little bit older home. 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,900 square feet, but it looks much better maintained. It's got a nice pool in the back. They took the time to spend some money on pictures, which is always good. They have some solar. Not sure what kind of solar. That makes a huge difference if it's older or newer solar. There's no indication that there's a lease on it, so I believe it's bought and you just get it with the house. The price on this one was $569. Built in 1990. Let's jump down to where it's at. It is over on Edison near Euclid, so it's near a lot of new construction and building that's happening. And I think that's reflected in the grade school that they have you fed into. Over scrolled, my apology. Okay, all right, so like I said, this Edwin Rhodes Elementary School is outstanding. It's a 9. Doesn't get much better than that. Obviously it does. 10 would be better. But 9 is super solid. And then it drops off to a 4 and 5 of those same schools that it's feeding into. So they're taking advantage of the new construction that's thrown in a new school as part of the city planning. But then you're still contending with this situation unless you want to go private when the kids get older. If you don't care about schools or you don't have kids, then obviously that's not an issue. Okay, here we're going to drop right back down to a lower priced property. This is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,200 square feet, 348. Okay, and this is in better shape, I believe, than the other one. Let's see when this was built. This was built in '89, so it's actually around the same time period. When was that other one built? No, I'm wrong. That was '84. So this is a better deal, and it's a little cleaner. Let's jump down this direction. Still, some of this cabinetry is pretty old, but you could sand and paint and reface this pretty easily, and you'd be in good shape. So less work. This is more move-in condition than the last one, and it's in a similar price range. In terms of where is this thing, let's scroll down and see. Okay, so this is Central Avenue. Okay, school-wise, so this is reflected in the price for sure. Schools have a big reflection on price, so you always want to look at that when you buy something, because when you sell, obviously school is going to make a difference. We're not the only ones with this information. So not a good elementary school, not somewhere that most people want to send their kids. So that's probably why this is not selling for as much as it maybe could be, given that it's a lot newer than the other one we looked at, which also farmed into poor schools. So if you're going to choose, obviously this is probably the one I go with. All right, well, thanks for listening, and if you want to subscribe, I send these through email and post them once in a while on Facebook. So if you're in the market to sell a house, or you're looking to buy, or you just want to keep an update on the market, click the link that should be somewhere around, and you will get these emailed somewhat daily. And usually I go over the highest and lowest priced property in the city, but we had several properties to go over today, so I did not do that. All right.